Welcome back to the Final K. We have got the Giro d'Italia Stage 1. The Giro d'Italia is here. What is happening in the race? Not a lot. There's 40 kilometres left. I'm just making sure everything is all right, all good. But there's 37.3 kilometres left. There are two riders up the road. The KOM jersey has already been decided for the day. The KOM jersey is going to be going to Diego Pablo Sevilla of Team Pulte Visit Malta. He won both of the King of the Mountain sprints against Manuel Tazzari for Bardiani CSF. So he's taken the Maya Azura, the KOM jersey. A new day, a new. The sprint, Jonathan Milan and Caden Groves both went for it for third place. So they did. There was obviously the two riders up the road. They're a minute and 53 up the road. And need prizes for being first on. Well, you didn't get it today, Kat. But the only two riders in the peloton that went for the intermediate sprint was Jonathan Milan and Caden Groves. Jonathan Milan beat Caden Groves in. I think Jonathan Milan got 5 points. Caden Groves got 3. And the Red Bull KOM is up next, so it is. That is the next one. What's happened? I don't know if there's something wrong with the Giro d'Italia or if it's me, but I've lost sound. And now it's froze. I'm confused what's going on. Give me one. A bit of technical difficulties here, obviously, on the... Oh, here we go, we're back. No, we're not. Give me 1 second. Technical difficult. I can't get the... we're having issues now. There we go. I think, yep, that's us back now. That is us back. But top 4 was respectable. Will J Vine crash? Hope he doesn't. I don't want them to. I really don't want them to. Who will win more stages, Groenewegen or Tobias? Oh, I think. I don't know. That's I go Tobias Lund. Tobias Lund. Actually, no. I'll say they both win the same. They both win the same amount, a stage each. That's what I'll go for. I will get the poll going up now. Actually, I shall get the poll going up. And here. But to be fair, the kit, when they unveiled the Ineos kit, I was like, oh, you're joking. I didn't like it. And then because they got rid of the white and like the white/cream shorts as well, so I thought it was going to be that kit with the black shorts. But when I seen them out in their training ride, they obviously had the cream shorts as well. So that's a positive for the kit. So it is. But that is the big positive for that kit, the fact that it is like white or cream or whatever color it is on the shorts. Let me get the poll going up here. I'm actually going to try something different today as well. I'm actually going to try a stream on TikTok in about 5 kilometers maybe. I don't know how that is going to go like, but I'm going to go live on TikTok and see how that plays out, as well as YouTube obviously. But I just want to see how that does actually go. Just getting the poll up here. Give me uno momento. But the Red Bull kilometer is coming up. 1.2 kilometers till they hit the Red Bull kilometer. And don't forget, there are bonus seconds up for this. I think it's 6, 4, and 2. I think that's the bonus seconds for it. The plane sounds awfully close there. But let me just finish up this poll here. I want to get this poll done before the KOM. Right, so there's the poll. As you can see, also the favourites on my screen on the right hand side, or sorry, on your screen. Jonathan Milan, the heavy favourite. Paul Magnier, surprisingly, as the second favourite at 3-1. Dylan Groenewegen, third favourite at 7-1, tied with Tabashlon and Andressen. And then Matteo Malucelli in fifth favourite, at a massive 20-1. But at the front of the peloton here, an attack off the front from two Lotto Intermarché riders coming up to the Red Bull kilometre. So obviously, Lotto Intermarché had a lot of bad luck there going into the Giro d'Italia. There's only 5 riders made it onto the podium, but there's a sprint now between the two in the breakaway. Tarozzi and Sevilla both sprinting for the Red Bull kilometre. Who's it going to be? Tarozzi at the front, and I think it's going to be Tarozzi that takes it. He takes the Red Bull kilometre for the first day. But I want to see what's happening here with the Lotto Intermarché riders, because I wonder if it is Arnaud Delis who is in second wheel. Apparently it's Van Etfeldt of Lotto Intermarché. He is one of them. I think Van Etfeldt's on his own now going off the front, but it should be shut down here by Antonio Morgado of UAE. But there are a few bonus seconds left for grabs here. I think it might be 2 seconds. But Bahrain are coming up on the right-hand side as well. But it's UAE, Visma, Jayco, Bahrain as the sprint now opens up from UAE. This is all for 2 seconds as well in the Red Bull kilometre. But UAE are opening the sprint. I think it is Antonio Morgado. But there's a rider for Visma in his wheel, and there's a rider for Jayco, NSN, Bahrain. Yeah, it's going to be... Who's it going to be? Morgado sprinting on the left. I think he's going to... Yeah, Morgado takes it. Why would Morgado? I'm confused at that. Right, let me see. I just wanted to get that out of the way. Let me scroll up a bit. Yeah, only interesting thing. 75k to go. The neutralized start was given at 150. Yeah, I forgot to say my prediction. My prediction for the stage is Paul Magnier. So it is that is who I predicted for this stage. It actually does look a bit like, it looks like Alpeson's old kit, yeah, the grey. Well, there's someone who is colourblind, yeah. Alright, Shelley. All good. Looks like... What are my thoughts on EF Education? I actually quite like it. The Alien, the Out of the World kit, I think it's actually pretty cool. So do. It's a bit different. Obviously, they can't use the pink because of the Maya Rosa, but... Oh, you find it hideous? I know I used to love that triple C kit, or whatever way you said, the CCC or triple. I used to love that kit. What's wrong with my mouse? Does Morgado think he's a GC guy? It'll be funny stories between. And they go to an ad break. I don't see why they can't use pink as Visma use yellow in the Tour. I was a bit shocked when that happened. Well, every year at the Giro, EF Education always change their kit, just like Visma always change their kit for the Tour de France. So it must just be either they've been told, or it's just gotten to the point that they couldn't be bothered. Or not, sorry, couldn't be bothered. It's just gotten to the point now that they've changed it that many times. They're just going to keep changing it. But I think it is just to do with the GC jersey. But we are at an ad break. So the results of the Red Bull Kilometer are obviously the two breakaway riders. Tarozzi of Bardiani. Is that Bardi? Is it? Am I being stupid? Yeah, it is. I don't know why I was doubting myself there. But Tarozzi of Bardiani CSF takes the Red Bull Kilometer. Diego Pablo Sevilla of Polti Visit Malta, he takes second. And then Antonio Magaro of UAE Emirates, he takes third. So he does. Good morning, Steve. I'd actually be pretty, if Vingegaard did win the Giro, it'd be pretty cool to see them go in a pink jersey to the Tour de France. But they've already done their poll for it, so I highly doubt they will be changing it. Zambanini, the surprise of this Euro. He's a rider for... I recognise the name. Bahrain, yeah. He got second in a stage last year. Well, you'll want to improve that. So he will. But actually, I wasn't expecting a lot to happen in this stage, because it is. If you actually, I don't even have it on the screen. That's it. Oh, I just took my. That's it there. I'll just briefly put it on the screen, but there's literally nothing going on in this stage. It is just, it's flat. It'll all start to pick up in the final 20 kilometers, 15-20k. But at the moment, not a lot is happening, and I'm not expecting a lot to happen. So I'm not. PCS says the gap is 55 seconds. Was over a minute when they did complete the Red Bull Kilometer, but PCS are saying 55 seconds as I'm still at a break. Well, never mind. The ads are over, and the peloton are 32 seconds down with 27.6 kilometers to go. They are flying. They're going to be live 13 minutes. I'll probably not even be live for an hour here. Change it to 25k. So 27.5 kilometers to go. Little Trek and the Unibet Rose Rockets, as well as Quickstep, all have a rider at the front, and then UAE have 3 or 4 riders behind. But the 3 teams controlling the pace are Little Trek, Unibet Rose Rockets, and Soudal Quickstep. Pardon me. The rider for Little Trek that is doing the pacing is the rider from the same country as Biniam Girmay. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that name. How many characters is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 characters in his... And there's an upside down house on the TV. I love Sagan's. I love Sagan's Wish advert. I love it. I think they did just gain. They gained quite a lot of time there over that ad break. I don't know what happened, but a lot of time was gained. We're sure bringing doping testing, and I'm not joking. But I mean, it genuinely wouldn't surprise me that people are trying to cheat on virtual cycling races. That doesn't surprise me a lot. Are there a lot of spectators? Well, I mean, at the moment they're on what seems to be like a motorway type thing, and there's no spectators there. But I assume once they get, well, never mind. They've just panned the camera to this bridge, and the bridge is packed with people looking down on them. Pink balloons, Italian flags, Bulgarian flags, banners, and all out. So the spectators do look out in full force where they can be out in full force. In the towns there are lots and lots. Bulgaria really got them crammed in today. That's good to see. I have to be fair, I haven't really seen. I haven't actually been looking for the spectators. I haven't seen a lot. I just seen them on that bridge. But with the road they're at now, you can't really get spectators on this type of road. Not much going on in the past. Yeah, I don't think a lot has been going on. I think it's a wee tester stage for tomorrow and for the rest of the Giro. Tomorrow does look a good stage, so it does. Tomorrow looks very good. Mechanical and pharmaceutical doping tests for indoor training cycling, great. Obviously for the competitions, like, but how far are we from Rome and what roads lead to it? All roads lead to Rome. They all lead to Rome. Shelley said that. But the gap is now 13 seconds. 13 seconds is the gap until we get a full peloton again. Was there any DNFs or DNA? Yeah, no, that's good. No one abandoned and everyone started the race. I wanted to actually check that myself, just because it would be obviously unfortunate if you don't even get the start. About the stage as well, it is the final kilometer does seem to be uphill, but it's not like uphill. It's just like slightly uphill. Like it's not like anything bad or anything that would throw people off, but it is still uphill. So it's not a fully flat sprint, pretty much. And when you come into the, I don't know how to describe. I can't think of the words. But when you come into the final couple kilometers, the road is always bending round to the left. So it is, and then in the final 300 meters, it's not like a corner, but it is a slight turn to the left as well. So it could throw a couple people off. So positioning is going to be key for a lot of people going into the final kilometer. Magnier and Milan will be fine on that hill. Yeah, I think a lot of the sprinters will be fine on it. I just wanted to point it out that, there is in fact a slight hill up to the finish. Let me actually check the poll. Oh, Jonathan Milan and Groenewegen are actually quite close. 44% say Jonathan Milan are taking it, 38% say Dylan Groenewegen, and then 6% for Paul Magnier and 12% for other. My prediction was obviously Paul Magnier. I think he's going to get it. Like I said, I did a prediction video over on TikTok for the first stage. I don't know why I think he's going to get it. I just for some reason can see him in a pink jersey, so that is why I did go for him. But Watchalong and Dressen, Jonathan Milan and Paul Magnier have all sprinted against each other already this season at the Tirreno Adriatico. And well, there we go. The breakaway is just finished. They give each other a fist bump as the peloton now cycle past. So that is the breakaway done. 22.7 kilometers to go. But what was I saying? Tirreno Adriatico stage 3. Watchalong and Dressen, Paul Magnier, Phillips and Milan, they were all up against each other. And stage 3 was the only time we actually got to see them all sprint against each other, because in the final stage, Magnier and Phillipson crashed, I think. think that's what, I can't remember what happened to Tabasco and Andressen on that one though, but in stage 3 anyway, Tabasco and Andressen won it, Paul Magnier got 4th, and Jonathan Milan got 7th. So that is the only real stage we have got this year for all these guys sprinting where they've been up against each other. How's the weather? Weather is grand. Pretty much it's not raining. There's no sun either, but it's not raining. Don't know the exact temperatures or anything, but there you go. There's a humid in Bulgaria and humid at my place. Crap where I am, Steve. Oh. So the rider for the Unibet Rouge Rockets has now moved off the front, and it is still that rider from Little Trek that's from the country that Benham Grimai's from. And then the rider from Soudal Quickstep is still there as well. About the rain in Ohio. But they're just showing here the town in which the stage is finishing in Burgos in Bulgaria. I keep forgetting that it is the first couple stages are in Bulgaria. I keep thinking we're in Italy already. Oh, completely forgot. Ethan Vernon's riding this as well. He's a good shout. I just seen it PCS. They just showed the sprinter favourites. So obviously Jonathan Milan, sprinter favourites with the most World Tour wins riding this. So Jonathan Milan is 20, Pascal Ackermann 20 wins, Dylan Groenewegen 16 wins, Caden Groves 13, Ethan Vernon 7, Magnier 6, Arnaud Delis 5, Tabasco and Andressen 3, Ben Turner 2, and Casper Van Uden 1. I've seen a small handful of people throwing Ben Turner's name about. So I haven't seen him in a sprint this season myself, obviously watching it, but it'll be interesting to see if he does line up for the sprint. See how he does. I think with 20 kilometers to go now, I believe. I'm actually gonna go live on TikTok here in a second. This should be fun. It'll be interesting how this goes. Right. Let me try and... So if at 20k to go, this will be fun. So we're now 19.7 kilometers to go in the first stage of the Giro d'Italia. There's Alberto Bettiol. Right, let me see. Is everything... I genuinely don't even know what I'm doing here for this. which Irish rider will get the best result. There's only two. There's only two riding it. There's Darren Rafferty and Ryan Mullen, I think, are the only two riders riding it. So yeah, Darren Rafferty, and then where's the other one? Yeah, Ryan Mullen off NSN. I think Darren Rafferty will finish higher, in my opinion. But we will see. Still good to see a couple Irish riders there. So right, go live. Please. I think I'm live. Don't even know. Hold on. How does this work? I don't even know how it works. Hold up. It says no audio detected. I don't even know if you can hear me on it, but there's 17.9 kilometers to go. What? Mute microphone. I don't even know. Can anyone hear me on TikTok stream? No. Let's see. Oh. I don't even know where to go to. Yes, no, sorry, but this is going to be confusing now. I went live on TikTok. I don't even know. It came up there, no audio detected. So I don't even know if you can hear me on it. But I don't know. I don't even know, so I don't. Let's see how it goes anyway. I don't even know if my microphone's working over on TikTok. I know it's still working on YouTube. YouTube is fine. No, hold up. It's literally just like we're getting 16.5 kilometers to go now. I don't even know. Yeah, I don't even know if it is working, but apparently it's not. I don't even know how to fix it. So that's a great start. But we will move. Yeah, it's it. Someone said we don't hear you. Don't even know how to. Technical difficulties live, and I don't even know how to fix it. Thankfully, it's not a stage where a lot is going on. It says no audio. Why do I? But I've got the microphone connected. That's a confusing bit. Showing Dylan Groenewegen on the screen now. He's in the centre of the peloton, all surrounded by the Unibet Rose Rocket Riders. Lucas Kubic is still there. You can tell by his Slovakian national champions jersey. Where is... Right. Okay. Have seen a lot of people. Let me see if I'll get this up anyway. Yeah, I genuinely don't know how I'm not getting any audio. Best thing I can do is try this again. "14 kilometers to go now." Don't even know if that works. I genuinely don't know no clue what is going on. 13.9. Tabashlon and Dresden is on the screen now, surrounded by his team. Obviously, you can see Luis Olar there as well. There's someone sent me. Like, I don't even know how TikTok works, but there was just a heart just went above my head there. Do you know what? See when there's an issue going on, the best way to get an answer is ChatGPT. All right, Bobby, all good. I'm gone. Oh, hold up. No way. No way this is the reason. I have to do this. Still nothing's going on. Nothing is going on. Let me check. Oh, you're kidding. Does this... Oh my god. Right, I'm gonna have to go off live and then go back onto it. So there we go. It's just... I think that is the reason why it wasn't working. Let's see if we can get it for the final 10 kilometers on TikTok. But the sprint trains are forming now. Does this continue? Am I back? I don't. Does it work now? I don't know. I think I'm back live on TikTok. I don't know if Don't know if you can hear me or not, but we're into the final 10 kilometers now. I actually need to change this. Oh, so my mic's working now. I think it's working now. I think we're all good. I think we're all good. Ugh. Why am I copying your team? Don't be lying, Hound. You came on. You seen the fantasy video. You seen my team and thought, let's use a couple of them. Let's use a couple of them suggestions. But we've got 11.6 kilometers to go on the first stage of the Giro d'Italia. I think I am live now. I think it's all working now on TikTok. Not 100%, but on the left-hand side of the road, we've got Barry and Victorious getting their train ready. So they are. Why is that doing that? Right. So 10.8 kilometers to go. Loud and clear. Right, that's good. That is good. At least the microphone is working now. That is a-okay by me. I was actually... the only reason it was trying to sort something out there because I was trying to figure out who was sprinting for Barry and Victorious. But all the trains are forming now. On the left-hand side of the road, we have got Soudal Quickstep. In just behind them, we've got the Little Trek Riders. To the right-hand side of Soudal Quickstep is NSN. Who else? On the right hand side, the Unibet Rose Rockets are there. Alpecin are there. Picnic Post are there. Picnic Post, sorry, they've Van Uden. That's who's sprinting for Picnic Post, Van Uden. I don't know who's sprinting for Bahrain Victoria, so. I'm actually trying to figure it out here. I don't actually know. I don't know who he is. But we are coming into the 9.7 to go. Movistar are to the left of the Unibet Rose Rocket. So on the far right hand side, working from right to left, we've got Alpecin, Bahrain, Picnic Post, the Unibet Rose Rockets, Movistar, and then just in behind Picnic Post and Alpecin is Bardiani CSF. But Bahrain are going really hard at the front here. Little Trek still have that one rider from Biniam Girmay's country at the front. But he's no teammates around him. They're all behind the Quick Step team that are behind that rider from Little Trek. Well, I mean, if I'm getting cooked, that means you're getting cooked down. I think that's how that's going to work. So you'll be hoping that my team does well. It's very very hard to win a race, especially in the there's a spectator on the side of the road on his bike. He's just been dropped by the peloton. The entirety of the Visma Lease bike team are at the back of the peloton, obviously trying to protect Jonas Vingegaard in case there is a crash, but they are all at the back. And I've seen people complain that I've seen a few people complain that Jonas Vingegaard should actually stop doing that with Visma sitting at the back of the peloton, because if there's a crash, if there's a split, they get caught out, and they're the ones that end up losing. I think Buitrago's going to get a few more points in the GC. 8 kilometers to go now, and here we go. Decathlon are now up the left hand side of Movistar towards the center of the peloton. 7.7. Astana are looking more prominent at the front. So on the left hand side of the road is Bahrain Victorious. Why did every time I go to say who's at the front, just in all the other races, they always do a helicopter shot? They're showing a helicopter shot, and the entirety of the back of the peloton is yellow. So it is. But I'm going to wait for the front. Going to wait for the front to show again here, so we can give you a rundown of the left and right side of the road, because it almost does look like the peloton looks like a two-pronged fork at the moment. The middle of it, there's a big dip in the middle of it, with both the left and right hand side being the main points to be. AF Education there towards the back of the peloton. They've obviously got Mads Mikkels as well for a sprinter. Pardon me. Right, here we go. Front, far left hand side is Bahrain. Just to the right, in the back of Bahrain, Alpecin is still there. So Alpecin are on the far left. Just to the right of them is Bahrain. Then there's Picnic Post, Movistar, and Decathlon. That is the left hand side of the road if you're looking at it face on. If you're looking at the right hand side of the road, it is Quick Step on the far right. Little Trek are just to the left of them. I don't think the full team. I think there's only 2 riders. But then to the left of Little Trek and Quick Step is NSN and not Alpecin, Astana. So that's what it is currently looking like. And I think, Jonathan Milan is one of those Little Trek riders as he moves towards the front now. He is sat third wheel on the train. Where is... I need to learn the numbers, because Caden Groves gets number 1 on his back. Caden Groves is the number 1 wearer, and it's not anyone from Visma. They went alphabetical order, so they did this time. Right, here we go. 5.8 kilometers to go now. Right, so Caden Groves is number 1. Tabashlon 32, so Tabashlon is 2 for his team. Mikkels is 4. Arnaud Delis 1. Jonathan Milan's 5, but they've got in here to towards the final 5 kilometers, and everything is opening up. There are big, well, not big splits, but the road has widened massively here. And the Unibet Rose Rockets are getting their train out, and they are moving straight to the front from up the middle as they're now moving onto the left-hand side of the road. The Uno X are now making themselves visible. But they're all coming out of nowhere here. All the teams are on show. Uno X obviously working for Erland Blicker. But Little Trek have now got their full train. I can see AF Education on the far right just behind Sudal Quickstep trying to get a sniff off the front. But the Unibet Rose Rockets are a few swerves there. Tudor Pro Cycling are now towards the front. Who are they going for? Luca Mazzato. Look at this. All the sprint trains are out in full force. 4.5 kilometers to go now. I'm just going to change that to 4. But the two main teams at the front, so the teams on the right-hand side have now predominantly taken up the furthest point of the road, that being Unibet Rose Rockets, Tudor Pro Cycling and Uno X. Sudal Quickstep and Little Trek have sort of moved back a bit on the left-hand side of the road, but they're trying to move over now onto the right-hand side of the road and join these other big teams. But all the teams, they're all grouped together, all on show. This is brilliant. AF Education are still trying to get up on the right-hand side, but they can't seem to get any further up than what they are at now. There's Dylan Groenewegen at the back for the Unibet Rose Rockets. Jonathan Milan has 3 teammates in front of him. Dylan Groenewegen has 4 teammates in front of him. But Uno X are the main riders at the front here. They're the main team at the front. NSN are now on the right-hand side trying to get something going. They've got 2 riders. Obviously, Ethan Vernon might be the second rider. But their whole... No, I don't think he is. Oh! Few shoulder barges here in the middle. A lot of riders taken out there by that... That's a big... That's a big kitchen roll advert. Right, so they're into the final 3 kilometers now, and this is the part where it's going to start to be more towards the left-hand side. All the turns or anything that is turning or leaning towards, it's all going to be on the left-hand side. Uno X are leading them out here. Yeah, a lot of riders took the wrong way there. Decathlon are now on the right-hand side. Sudal Quickstep still have a train with them. Groupama FDJ are now moving up on the left-hand side. Decathlon are moving towards the front. 2.5 kilometers to go. All the trains have disappeared now going into this final 3K. Everyone is disappearing. Decathlon are looking pretty good here. They've still got their Sudal Quickstep have came out of nowhere here with a big train. Sudal Quickstep have 4 riders. Uno X have 3. Little Trek have 3. Decathlon have 4. The Unibet Rose Rockets are all over the road. Where is Dylan Groenewegen? I think Dylan Groenewegen is... I don't know where he is. I can see the Unibet Rose Rockets, but they're not all together. Final 2 kilometers now. Who is going to take the first... Who's going to take the first Maya Rosa? Dylan Groenewegen and Jonathan Milan are both tied 41% on the pole. Lucas Kubish is now moving towards the front. Lucas Kubish is sat second in the peloton now. Don't forget, Tabashlon Andresen has Goodmanstadt as his main lead-out guy, so I think Tabashlon Andresen is caught out. I think that's him towards the middle of it. But it is 2 Decathlon riders leading them out here. It goes Decathlon, Sudal Quickstep, Decathlon. 1.1 kilometers to go now, so this is where it starts to go uphill. It'll flatten out towards the finish, but this is the part where it is uphill. Decathlon are at the front. But who's going to launch first? 900 meters to go. Everyone looking over their shoulder to see who's launching first. Arnaud Delay is now moving. Ooh! Soudal Quickstep now moved to the front. That is the Decathlon riders. That's his time done. 700 meters to go. Little Trek are the team at the... Oh, crash! Oh! 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 Oh, no! No! Massive crash, massive blockage. We've only got a group of about 10 riders here going towards the finish. I think Paul Magnier might take this. I don't know who's still there, but Quickstep have a lot of riders in this. Tabaston and Dressen seems to be there as well, but that crash looked woeful. Soudal Quickstep. Jonathan Milan's still there. Tabaston and Dressen opens us up. Paul Magnier straight to the wheel of Andressen. Jonathan Milan still out of position, but he's on the wheel of Magnier. Magnier coming up the middle. Andressen on the left. Magnier coming up the middle. Magnier's going to take it. Paul Magnier takes it. Paul Magnier wins. Paul Magnier takes the first Maglia Rosa off the Giro d'Italia. What a win for Paul Magnier, but an awful crash. That's a complete... The road is completely blocked. That crash looked awful. That's not what you want to see. You don't want to see a crash like that on stage 1. You could feel, coming into the final kilometer, you could feel the tension, like, in the peloton. Then the road narrowed in after it went uphill, and you could just feel it. Yeah, it was a small road, like. There you go. Commentator said the youngest French Giro stage winner. What a here apart from the crash, obviously horrible crash, but what a win! What a sprint as well. I need to know who's in that crash. I'm gonna crazy crash. I called it. Well, I forgot. I forgot I called the winner. My team has Milan, but I chose Magnier. I want to know who was in that crash. Does PCS have it? I completely forgot. Who was involved in the crash? There was a rider from Uno X that was involved. I could see his jersey there all ripped up. But the rest of the peloton just came to a complete standstill. And that is why Jonas Vingegaard and Visma stay at the back of the peloton in situations like that. It looks like Uno X took the... I did see an Uno X rider fall. I think he was one of the first riders that I did see fall when it did happen. See you later, Steve. Not impressed with that ending. Yeah, the road was fairly narrow, like. But I will wait for. Well, here we've got the top 10. So this is the preliminary top 10 of the. Oh, Dylan Groenewegen. Did he crash? It didn't look like there was anything on him, but I don't know if Dylan Groenewegen did crash. So the top 10 anyway. Paul Magnier finishes in first. Tabaston and Dressen gets second. Ethan Vernon takes third. Jonathan Milan in fourth. Jonathan Milan doesn't. Oh, Caden Groves. Caden Groves was one of them that went down. He looked a bit bad there. But fifth was Mikkels of AF Education. Sixth was Lornardi of Team Pulte Visit Malta. That's a big result for them. Pascal Ackermann gets seventh. Tord Goodmanstadt of Decathlon gets eighth. Max Walscheid of Little Trek gets ninth. And Dries van Gessel of Quickstep gets 10th. Jonas did not crash, no. He didn't. Last year, Magnier looked to be the fastest guy, but wasn't consistent. Milan just really consistent. When I pick Milan, he wins. Sometimes when I pick Magnier, Milan wins. Today I picked Milan. For a sprint, it was narrow. You're just replaying the sprint here. Tabaston and Dressen was the first one to open it up. So in the sprint, we only had 7 people going for the sprint in that group. Bobby, I saw Dylan crash. Yeah, the crash looked. Thanks again for the stream. Horrible crash. See you tomorrow. See you later, Ian. Well done for the Brit. Thanks for doing this. No problem. No worries. Do you think tomorrow a GC guy will win or a sprinter? Actually, I don't think either. I think like a versatile, not a versatile sprinter. Sorry, a puncher is gonna get it. Sort of. No problem, Shelley. But yeah, I'm gonna. You deserve way more followers. Thanks, Leo. But I'm gonna wrap it up there. I will be live again for this tomorrow, so I will. If you are just joining, Paul Magnier won the stage with Tobias London dressing getting second and Ethan Vernon picking up third. There was a massive crash in the final kilometre. Caden Groves went down. I think someone said in the chat as well that Dylan Groenewegen went down. I still have no confirmation on who did go down. I need to go back and look at the highlight myself. They're still yet to show it, but there was a massive crash. It came to a standstill. But yes, no problem, Cap. Will Orangeman/G lose a minute tomorrow? That well, here I'll save that for tomorrow. So I will real, but I did say in my preview that stage 2 will catch a few GC riders out if they're not in a good position, but we will have to see tomorrow for that. But yeah, gonna end it here. If you did join, much appreciated. If it's on TikTok as well, apologies at the start there was no sound. But I will be live again. I might go live again tomorrow on TikTok just because this one didn't work out well with the sound at the beginning. But I will be live again tomorrow on YouTube. So if you want to follow me on YouTube, go and do that. Don't forget to subscribe. Be live for the Giro this week and next. So yeah, thanks for watching the Final K, and all the best.